Welcome to Leadership Mastery, developing leadership skills to inspire and lead teams by Mindful Literary. This audiobook is your ultimate guide to becoming an exceptional leader who can inspire and lead teams effectively. Through a blend of theory, practical tips, and real-life examples, you'll gain the insights and tools necessary to elevate your leadership capabilities to new heights. In Leadership Mastery, we explore the multifaceted nature of leadership. You'll learn to define what true leadership means, understand its critical importance, and identify various leadership styles. Self-awareness and emotional intelligence are fundamental to effective leadership. So we delve deep into recognizing your strengths and weaknesses, developing emotional intelligence, and managing emotions in leadership roles. Communication is the backbone of leadership. We'll cover active listening, the art of public speaking, and nonverbal communication. You'll also discover how to build and lead high-performing teams, set clear expectations, and motivate and inspire your team members. Decision-making and problem-solving are essential skills for any leader. We provide strategies for strategic decision-making, critical thinking, and creative problem-solving. Additionally, we'll guide you through leading your team through change and uncertainty, managing resistance, and embracing the unknown. Conflict resolution, negotiation, and mediation are also covered, giving you the skills to handle disputes effectively. Empowering others, delegating responsibilities, and developing future leaders are crucial aspects of leadership that you'll master through this audiobook. Ethics and integrity are the foundation of trust. You'll learn how to build trust, make ethical decisions, and foster a culture of integrity within your team. We'll also explore how to encourage innovation, create a culture of creativity, and embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Time management, prioritization, and managing work-life balance are vital for sustaining leadership excellence. We'll provide you with practical techniques to manage your time effectively and set priorities. Building resilience in the face of adversity, coping with stress, and self-care are also essential components of this journey. Mentorship and coaching are critical for developing future leaders. You'll learn about the benefits of mentorship, effective coaching techniques, and how to create a coaching culture. Leading in a global context requires cross-cultural leadership skills, and we'll discuss the challenges and opportunities in this area. Finally, sustaining leadership excellence involves continuous learning and development, reflection and adaptation, and leaving a lasting leadership legacy. This audiobook will equip you with the knowledge and skills to achieve all these and more. Get ready to embark on a transformative journey to leadership mastery. Let's begin. Chapter 1: Understanding Leadership. Defining leadership. Leadership is a concept that can be observed across various aspects of life, from the corporate boardroom to community groups and even within family dynamics. At its core, leadership involves guiding others towards a shared goal or vision. It is not merely about holding a position of authority. Instead, it embodies the capacity to influence, inspire, and drive change effectively within any given context. In the workplace, leadership impacts team productivity, morale, and overall success. In community settings, it directs collective efforts towards meaningful societal progress. Even within families, effective leadership can foster nurturing and supportive environments. Thus, leadership's significance transcends different spheres, playing a vital role in shaping and improving the day-to-day experiences and future outcomes of individuals and groups alike. Effective leaders possess a distinctive blend of qualities and characteristics that set them apart. Key among these is emotional intelligence, which allows leaders to understand and manage their own emotions while empathizing with others. This skill enhances communication and conflict resolution, crucial elements in maintaining harmonious relationships. Additionally, resilience is an essential trait, enabling leaders to persevere through challenges and setbacks without losing sight of their objectives. The ability to adapt is also critical. As circumstances change, leaders must pivot strategies and approaches. Visionary thinking is another notable characteristic, empowering leaders to foresee future trends and opportunities and to chart a course accordingly. Lastly, integrity forms the bedrock of trust between leaders and those they lead, ensuring that actions align with shared values and ethical standards. These attributes combine to create leaders who not only achieve their goals, but also inspire others to reach their own potential. Importance of leadership. I've personally witnessed how leadership can dramatically influence team performance and the overall success of an organization. When a leader is competent and inspires trust, the entire team seems to lift to a higher level of productivity and cohesion. Strong leadership creates a ripple effect, enhancing communication, collaboration, and innovation within the team. Conversely, ineffective leadership can lead to confusion, low morale, and stagnant performance. The clearest example I can think of happened a few years back when our company appointed a new project manager. This individual had a knack for understanding team dynamics and aligning everyone toward a common goal. The results were nothing short of astonishing. Project completion rates increased, and we even saw a noticeable uptick in client satisfaction. The influence of leadership extends beyond just measurable outcomes like performance metrics or quarterly earnings. Leadership deeply affects employee engagement and motivation, which in turn drive these tangible results. I've seen teams transform overnight because of a leader who knew how to engage each team member according to their unique strengths. For instance, when employees feel their contributions are valued and their growth is nurtured, they are more likely to go above and beyond their job descriptions. This kind of intrinsic motivation is a direct product of effective leadership. Leaders who provide continuous feedback, recognize achievements, and foster a supportive work environment can light a fire within their teams, making the workplace vibrant and dynamic. Leadership styles reveals that the way a leader approaches their role can significantly influence how a team functions. Each leadership style, from autocratic to transformational, brings its unique set of dynamics and outcomes. An autocratic leader, for example, tends to make decisions unilaterally, which can streamline processes and ensure quick results. However, this approach may also stifle creativity and demotivate team members who feel their input is undervalued. In contrast, transformational leaders inspire and motivate their followers through a shared vision, fostering an environment of collaboration and innovation. Their ability to connect on a personal level can boost morale and drive team members to exceed their own expectations. Democratic leaders who involve team members in the decision-making process can enhance engagement and ownership, but may face challenges when quick decisions are needed. Laissez-faire leaders offer autonomy, allowing team members the freedom to take charge of their tasks, which can lead to high satisfaction and innovation, but might also result in a lack of direction and coherence if guidance is insufficient, is crucial for effective management. In my experience, no single leadership style fits all scenarios. A skillful leader understands the need to assess the situation and adjust their approach accordingly. For instance, a new team member might require a more directive style to help them navigate procedures, while a well-established team could benefit from a delegative style that trusts their expertise and autonomy. Situational leadership hinges on the ability to evaluate both the task's demands and the team's readiness. A crisis might necessitate a more authoritative approach to swiftly address challenges, while day-to-day operations could thrive under a participative leadership style that fosters collaborative problem-solving. This adaptability ensures that the team remains agile and responsive, leading to increased resilience and sustained performance. A practical tip for any leader is to continuously seek feedback from their team. This practice not only enhances trust, but also provides valuable insights into how leadership styles impact team dynamics and outcomes. Adjusting leadership approaches based on constructive feedback can lead to a more harmonious and productive work environment. Chapter 2: Self-Awareness and Emotional Intelligence. Recognizing strengths and weaknesses has been one of the most transformative journeys of my life. It began with honest reflection on what I do well and where I struggle. Taking note of my achievements, I noticed patterns in moments when I felt the most capable and energized. This self-reflection was not about self-criticism, but about acknowledging my skills and giving myself credit where it was due. On the flip side, recognizing my weaknesses required humility and the courage to face uncomfortable truths. Asking for feedback from trusted friends and colleagues helped me gain different perspectives. Journaling my experiences and reflecting on challenging situations allowed me to see areas for improvement more clearly. Mindfulness practices also played a crucial role, helping me stay present and observe my reactions to various situations without judgment. Has been crucial for my personal and professional growth. By focusing on my strengths, I could work more efficiently and feel more satisfied with the outcomes. It meant pursuing opportunities where my skills could shine and continuously developing those strengths further. For instance, I knew I was a good communicator, so I sought roles that allowed me to use and refine that skill. Conversely, addressing my weaknesses meant I had to be proactive. Instead of avoiding tasks I found challenging, I sought resources or mentors who could help me improve. Setting small, manageable goals for these areas ensured steady progress. Importantly, acknowledging my limitations helped me build a supportive network of people whose strengths complemented my weaknesses. This not only enhanced collaboration, but also created a more balanced approach to problem solving. The process of recognizing strengths and weaknesses is ongoing. Regular check ins with myself and my goals keep me aligned and aware of any new areas that need attention. Building up my strengths while addressing my weaknesses has enabled me to navigate life's demands with greater confidence and resilience. A simple yet effective tip that I found invaluable is setting aside time each week for self reflection. Even just 30 minutes dedicated to evaluating your recent successes and challenges can illuminate patterns and guide your personal development journey. Developing emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is more than just a buzzword, it's a critical component of successful leadership. It encompasses the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions, as well as the emotions of others. When we're emotionally intelligent, we can navigate social complexities and make informed decisions that benefit both ourselves and those we lead. As leaders, being emotionally intelligent helps us build stronger relationships and foster a positive work environment. Imagine being able to sense when a team member is struggling without them having to say a word. This level of awareness allows us to offer support and guidance proactively, creating a more cohesive and motivated team. It also enables us to handle conflicts with grace, finding solutions that acknowledge everyone's feelings and perspectives. Developing emotional intelligence starts with self-awareness. We need to be in tune with our own emotions and understand how they influence our thoughts and actions. By regularly reflecting on our feelings and motivations, we can gain insights into our behavioral patterns and identify areas for improvement. This doesn't just make us better leaders, it makes us better people overall. Self-regulation, one of the core components of emotional intelligence, is essential for maintaining composure and making rational decisions, especially in high-stress situations. It's about controlling impulsive reactions and staying focused on long-term goals. When we master self-regulation, we can approach challenges thoughtfully rather than reacting emotionally, which often leads to better outcomes. Empathy, on the other hand, is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. This skill is particularly valuable in leadership as it enables us to connect with our team members on a deeper level. By putting ourselves in their shoes, we can appreciate their struggles and celebrate their successes. This not only fosters a supportive environment, but also drives loyalty and engagement. To develop self-regulation, it's helpful to practice mindfulness techniques like meditation or focused breathing exercises. These practices can help us stay grounded in the present moment, making it easier to manage stress and resist impulsive behaviors. When it comes to building empathy, active listening is key. Truly paying attention to what others are saying without immediately jumping in with solutions or judgments shows that we value their perspectives and care about their experiences. Focusing on these aspects of emotional intelligence will undoubtedly enhance our leadership capabilities, enabling us to cultivate more meaningful and productive relationships both in and out of the workplace. Managing emotions in leadership. In my years of experience as a leader, I've discovered that strategies for managing emotions are indispensable. When faced with adversity, it's crucial to remain composed. I've often found that identifying the root of an emotion helps me handle it. For example, if a sudden surge of frustration hits me during a tense negotiation, I take a moment to mentally step back and assess why I feel this way. Am I underprepared? Is the counterparty being unreasonable? By pinpointing the source, I can address it directly rather than letting my frustration guide my responses. Moreover, practicing mindfulness has been a game changer. Simple breathing exercises or a quick meditation session before a challenging meeting can drastically change my mental state. These practices help maintain a calm demeanor even when storm clouds gather. Emotions undeniably influence decision-making and team dynamics. When I felt overwhelmed or anxious, my decision-making process would suffer. Emotions cloud judgment, leading to hasty decisions that aren't well thought out. It's essential to create a buffer between emotion and action. I've learned that pausing to reflect and seeking diverse viewpoints before making a decision can dissipate the emotional fog. This practice not only fosters better outcomes, but also promotes a more inclusive environment. Every time a leader displays emotional awareness, it sets a precedent. When I acknowledge my emotions and openly address them, my team feels empowered to do the same. This openness cultivates trust, reduces misunderstandings, and strengthens team cohesion. Ultimately, recognizing and managing emotions in my leadership journey has driven more thoughtful decisions, improved team dynamics, and fostered a healthier working environment. To sustain effective leadership, I always keep a practical tip in mind. Never let a single moment define your emotional state. When a challenging situation arises, I remind myself of the long game. This perspective helps in treating emotions as fleeting, rather than letting them dictate my immediate actions. Leaders who master their emotions not only enhance their effectiveness, but also inspire their teams to do the same. Chapter 3: Communication Skills for Effective Leadership. Active listening. Active listening is a transformative skill that can significantly elevate the quality of communication. It requires more than just hearing words. It involves paying full attention, understanding the message, and responding thoughtfully. The real challenge lies in setting aside distractions and focusing intently on the speaker. To truly master active listening, one must develop the discipline to be fully present in the moment. This means making eye contact, nodding, and providing verbal affirmations that show genuine interest in the conversation. When we actively listen, we open the door to more meaningful interactions. It becomes easier to grasp the underlying emotions and intentions behind words, making it possible to respond more empathetically and accurately. A practical tip I often use is to paraphrase what the other person has said. This not only confirms that I have understood their message correctly, but also shows respect for their perspective. Over time, this habit reinforces mutual respect and makes communication more effective and efficient. In a team setting, active listening becomes a cornerstone for building trust and rapport among members. It conveys a sense of respect and consideration, making team members feel valued and understood. When people perceive that their input is genuinely heard and appreciated, it encourages more open and honest communication, fostering a collaborative environment. I recall a time when a team member was struggling with a personal issue that was affecting their performance. By simply listening attentively and acknowledging their feelings without judgment, trust was strengthened. This created a space where they felt safe to share more openly, which in turn allowed the team to provide the support needed to navigate the challenging period. Active listening bridges gaps and strengthens bonds, making it an invaluable tool for any leader or team member. An effective practice to incorporate is asking open-ended questions that encourage detailed responses. These questions show that you are not only interested in the surface-level information, but also in understanding the broader context and deeper feelings. This practice deepens the connection between team members and promotes a more supportive and cohesive team dynamic. Always remember, the heart of active listening is the intention to fully understand and empathize, which naturally cultivates trust and strong relationships. Art of public speaking. Standing in front of an audience can be an exhilarating yet daunting experience. Over the years, I've discovered that the key to effective public speaking lies in clear and confident communication. One of the foundational steps you can take is understanding your material deeply. When you're well prepared, it naturally boosts your confidence. Practicing your speech multiple times also helps. I've found that using a mirror or recording myself allows me to see my body language and hear the tone of my voice, which is something we don't usually pay attention to in everyday conversations. Another vital component is knowing your audience. Tailoring your message to their interests and level of understanding creates a connection that enhances your confidence. Engaging the audience through questions or interactive elements keeps them hooked, and this, in turn, fuels your confidence because you can feel their involvement. It's also essential to work on your voice modulation. Varying your pitch, tone, and pace keeps the audience engaged and helps underline the key points of your presentation. Effective pauses play a powerful role too, giving the audience time to absorb information and providing natural breaks in your speech. Nonverbal communication is an often overlooked yet crucial aspect of public speaking. Our body language, facial expressions, and even the way we move our hands can significantly impact how our message is received. I remember attending a workshop where the instructor emphasized the power of presence, which is all about how you carry yourself on stage. Standing tall with an open posture conveys confidence and invites the audience to trust and engage with you. Eye contact is another powerful tool. Direct yet comfortable eye contact makes the audience feel acknowledged and creates a sense of connection. Instead of staring at one spot, I learned to sweep my gaze across the room, ensuring I included everyone in my communication. Gestures are equally important. They should be intentional and natural, complementing the points you're making. Overly exaggerated or too frequent gestures can be distracting, while too few can make you seem stiff and unengaging. Facial expressions should align with the tone and content of your speech. They can convey emotions and reaction, reinforcing your verbal message. The space around you also matters. Moving across the stage deliberately can help punctuate points and keep the audience's attention. Combining these elements of nonverbal communication with your verbal message creates a holistic communication experience that significantly enhances the impact of your public speaking. Nonverbal communication. One of the most poignant moments in my career came not through spoken words, but via a subtle nod and a reassuring gaze from my supervisor. Nonverbal communication, the silent language we all unknowingly master, can be incredibly powerful. Its impact on effective communication and leadership is profound. A simple gesture or a fleeting facial expression can convey volumes, often speaking louder than our words. Being attuned to these hidden signals can enhance our interactions and solidify our influence as leaders. Understanding the language of nonverbal cues allows you to read between the lines, deciphering the unspoken emotions and intentions of others, which is critical in both professional and personal settings. Diverse nonverbal elements, such as body language, facial expressions, eye contact, posture, and even the way we use space, communicate differently across cultures and contexts. In leadership, especially, the ability to project confidence, empathy, and decisiveness through your nonverbal cues can inspire trust and respect amongst your peers and subordinates. Successful leaders are often those who are keenly aware of the nonverbal dynamics in play and skilled at using them to create more engaging and productive interactions. Improving one's ability to interpret and utilize nonverbal communication is a journey that begins with observation. I vividly recall an exercise during a leadership workshop where participants had to communicate solely through gestures and facial expressions. This experience underscored how imperative it is to hone our observational skills, enabling us to pick up on the subtle nuances of nonverbal communication. Paying close attention to the body language and expressions of those around us can reveal their feelings and thoughts without a single word being spoken. In addition to observation, it's crucial to practice and refine our own nonverbal delivery. Effective use of eye contact can project confidence and sincerity, whereas the right gestures can supplement our words, making our messages more impactful. Being aware of our posture and ensuring it is open and inviting can make us seem more approachable and engaging. It's like learning a new language. The more we practice, the more fluent we become. Another essential aspect involves understanding cultural variations in nonverbal communication to avoid misinterpretations and enhance our global interactions. By dedicating time and effort to mastering these skills, we cultivate a more sophisticated and powerful means of communication that goes beyond mere words. Chapter 4: Building and Leading High-Performing Teams. Team Dynamics. In my experience, understanding team dynamics is crucial for any group's success. Team dynamics refer to the psychological and behavioral processes that occur within a team. It includes how team members interact with each other, make decisions, and solve problems. These dynamics can significantly impact the collaboration and productivity of a team. For example, when team members trust and respect each other, they are more likely to communicate openly and share ideas, leading to innovative solutions and increased productivity. On the other hand, poor team dynamics can result in conflict, miscommunication, and a lack of cohesion, ultimately hindering the team's performance. Recognizing the influence of team dynamics helps in identifying areas for improvement and implementing strategies to foster a positive team environment. In one of my projects, I observed that teams with strong dynamics handled challenges more effectively. These teams had established clear roles and responsibilities, allowing members to focus on their strengths. They also engaged in active listening, which ensured that everyone's ideas were considered, leading to more well-rounded decisions. Interestingly, these teams often displayed higher morale and job satisfaction, which further fueled their productivity. It was evident that positive team dynamics created a virtuous cycle of trust and performance, emphasizing the importance of nurturing these dynamics from the outset. Building a cohesive and high-performing team requires intentional strategies and consistent effort. One effective strategy is to foster open communication within the team. Encouraging regular check-ins and transparent discussions can help address any issues promptly and prevent misunderstandings. Additionally, promoting a culture of feedback where team members feel comfortable providing and receiving constructive criticism can enhance individual and team growth. Another key aspect is to establish shared goals and clear expectations. When team members understand the common objectives and their roles in achieving them, it drives alignment and collective effort towards success. Creating opportunities for team bonding and relationship building is also vital. Whether through team building activities, social events, or collaborative projects, these experiences can strengthen trust and camaraderie. Moreover, recognizing and celebrating team achievements, no matter how small, can boost morale and motivate team members to strive for excellence. In my practice, I found that involving the team in decision-making processes instills a sense of ownership and accountability, leading to more engaged and committed team members. By implementing these strategies, teams can transform into cohesive units that not only perform at high levels, but also enjoy the journey of collaboration and mutual growth. One useful tip is to periodically assess team dynamics through feedback surveys or informal conversations. This helps in identifying any underlying issues early and taking corrective actions before they escalate. Being proactive in nurturing positive team dynamics lays the foundation for sustained collaboration and productivity. Setting clear expectations. In my years of working with diverse teams, I've seen the pivotal role that clear expectations and goals play in steering everyone's efforts in the right direction. Think of expectations as a roadmap. With it, your team knows exactly where they're going and how to get there. When everyone is aware of the destination and the required steps to reach it, alignment naturally follows, and each team member's contribution becomes more impactful. It's essential to ensure these goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. I've found that the more precise and clear the objectives, the better the team performs. Communicating expectations effectively is another critical element. It's not enough to just set goals. How you communicate them can make or break the mission. In my experience, having open and transparent communication channels cultivates trust and understanding. When articulating expectations, I always make sure to be as clear and concise as possible, avoiding any jargon that could lead to confusion. Encouraging questions and providing detailed explanations ensures everyone is on the same page. Regular check-ins are also beneficial as they help monitor progress and provide opportunities to address any challenges before they escalate. Regular feedback sessions greatly enhance performance management. These sessions shouldn't solely focus on what's going wrong, but also highlight what's working well. Giving positive reinforcement boosts morale and motivates team members to continue performing at their best. Constructive feedback is equally important, and I always frame it in a way that feels supportive and aimed at growth. This approach helps in creating an environment where continuous improvement is the norm, and everyone feels responsible for contributing to the team's success. Motivating and inspiring teams. Working with a team often feels like we're all pieces of a puzzle trying to come together to create something beautiful. It's crucial to find ways to keep everyone motivated. I remember when I first came across Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I realized how essential it was to ensure that basic needs were met before expecting high levels of commitment and creativity from my team members. We need to start by understanding what drives each individual on our team. For some, it may be the recognition that follows a job well done. For others, it could be the satisfaction of tackling new challenges. The key lies in identifying and tapping into these diverse motivational triggers. Another perspective that transformed my approach was Hertzberg's two-factor theory. It taught me that while factors like salary and job security are necessary for preventing dissatisfaction, true motivation comes from recognizing achievements, providing career growth opportunities, and fostering an environment of responsibility and involvement. By ensuring that the work itself is interesting and aligns with individual aspirations, we can see incredible shifts in engagement and output. Delving into strategies, goal-setting theory has always been my go-to. Creating clear, challenging goals with meaningful personal rewards can drastically boost motivation. Effective goal setting calls for transparent communication about team targets and individual expectations. It's not just about assigning tasks, but showing how each person's contribution plays a part in the bigger picture. Establishing this connection instills a sense of purpose and ownership. Building a work environment where motivation thrives involves more than just a few policy changes. It's about cultivating an atmosphere that breathes positivity and support. From my experience, it all starts with creating a culture of open communication. Encouraging regular, honest dialogue helps us understand the pulse of the team. This connection allows us to address concerns promptly and celebrate successes together. Another crucial aspect is ensuring everyone feels valued and respected. One approach I found effective is recognizing and rewarding efforts, not just outcomes. By appreciating the hard work and dedication that goes into every task, regardless of its success, we send a strong message: effort matters. This acknowledgement can be as simple as a heartfelt thank you or as formal as an Employee of the Month award. As leaders, our attitudes are contagious. Demonstrating enthusiasm and positivity can act like a lighthouse, guiding the team's energy. When we lead by example, showing resilience in tough times and celebrating victories, it inspires similar behaviors within the team. Also, never underestimate the power of a supportive environment. Flexibility in work-life balance, a comfortable physical workspace, and resources for professional growth all contribute to a motivated team. So next time you're thinking of how to spark motivation, remember it's a blend of understanding individual drives, setting meaningful goals, and fostering a positive, supportive environment. Chapter 5: Decision-Making and Problem-Solving. Strategic decision-making. Making strategic decisions within an organization requires not only a deep understanding of the business landscape, but also the development of certain key skills. Over time, I've found that fostering a strategic mindset is akin to developing muscle memory. It involves continuous learning and practice. Key to this process is the ability to see the bigger picture, which often means stepping back from day-to-day operations to understand longer-term consequences and opportunities. Practicing foresight, anticipating changes in the market, and staying informed about industry trends are foundational habits for any strategic thinker. Another critical skill is the ability to make decisions under pressure. There are moments when timely decisions are crucial, and hesitation can be detrimental. Building confidence in your decision-making requires experiencing and navigating high-stake environments. This doesn't mean always being right, but rather being decisive and willing to course-correct based on new information. Embracing a growth mindset allows one to view mistakes as learning opportunities rather than setbacks. This agility and resilience are imperative for sustained organizational success. The decision-making process begins with clearly defining the problem or opportunity at hand. It sounds straightforward, but clarity at this stage can dramatically influence the effectiveness of the subsequent steps. I find it helpful to start with a thorough diagnosis of the situation, identifying root causes and outlining potential implications. This often involves engaging with various stakeholders to gather diverse perspectives and insights, which can illuminate aspects of the issue you might not have considered. Once the problem is defined, generating and evaluating alternatives becomes the focus. It's essential to not only consider the obvious solutions, but also to explore creative and less conventional options. One technique that has proven effective is brainstorming without constraints initially, followed by a systematic analysis of each option's feasibility, risks, and potential impact. Engaging a varied team in this process ensures a broader exploration of possibilities and helps mitigate biases that can often skew decision-making. Tools such as SWOT analysis, decision trees, and scenario planning can be incredibly useful, providing structured frameworks to compare alternatives objectively. When evaluating options, it's useful to weigh them against both short-term and long-term objectives. This dual perspective ensures that the chosen path aligns with immediate needs while supporting strategic goals. Additionally, effective decision-making encompasses the readiness to pivot, monitoring the results of your decisions and being open to adjustments as new information emerges is critical. This dynamic approach not only enhances the quality of decisions, but also fosters a culture of continuous improvement, positioning the organization for ongoing success in a constantly evolving environment. Critical thinking. In my journey, I've come across many instances where critical thinking became a crucial skill. Let me share an experience that vividly stands out. I once found myself amidst a complex project with a multitude of problems demanding sound solutions. The first step in cultivating critical thinking skills was learning to remain patient and open-minded. Approaching the task with curiosity rather than frustration, I started breaking down the issues into smaller, more manageable parts. This way, each problem seemed less daunting and more solvable. Critical thinking requires us to question assumptions, scrutinize evidence, and assess the credibility of sources. I began by collecting as much information as possible, ensuring that I included diverse perspectives. I found that by doing this, not only did I form a more comprehensive understanding of the problem, but I also discovered alternative solutions that were initially overlooked. Engaging in discussions with colleagues further enriched my thought process, revealing biases and gaps in my understanding that I hadn't noticed before. Listening actively and considering different viewpoints were invaluable in enhancing my critical thinking skills. In decision-making, informed choices stem from thorough analysis and reflection. I vividly remember a critical decision where weighing the pros and cons was essential. By carefully considering the potential outcomes of each option, I was able to choose the most beneficial course of action. Reflecting on past experiences, both successes and failures, provided insights that were crucial in guiding my decisions. The ability to foresee possible pitfalls and opportunities comes with practice and a willingness to learn continuously. Building critical thinking skills was instrumental in navigating complexities and making informed decisions that positively impacted the project. Logical reasoning lies at the heart of critical thinking. During the project, I realized that starting with a clear, logical framework helped in systematically tackling problems. It began with identifying the root cause. Often, the surface issues were symptoms of a deeper, more fundamental problem. Employing logical reasoning, I traced back actions and decisions, asking why repeatedly until I reached the core issue. This method, inspired by the 5 whys technique, allowed me to address the problem at its root, rather than merely treating the symptoms. Evidence-based thinking means relying on hard data and factual information rather than intuition or unverified beliefs. I remember poring over reports, seeking patterns and correlations that could guide my actions. By basing my decisions on concrete evidence, I minimized the risk of error and built a robust case for my proposed solutions. During discussions, having data backed arguments lent credibility and persuaded stakeholders to support the proposed changes. Citing credible sources and presenting clear, logical evidence reinforced the validity of my arguments, facilitating smoother implementation of decisions. As practical insight, whenever faced with solving problems, remember to verify facts and data rigorously. Misinterpreted data can lead to flawed conclusions. Double checking sources and seeking multiple confirmations can safeguard against such errors. Questioning the reliability of your information is just as important as questioning the conclusions drawn from it. In summary, sharpening logical reasoning and consistently applying evidence-based thinking illuminate the path to sound, impactful decisions. Creative problem solving. Creative problem solving is like navigating a winding path through a lush forest. Sometimes the most effective approach is to veer off the well-trodden trail. Over the years, I've found that the ability to generate innovative solutions often stems from a variety of techniques that disrupt conventional thought patterns. One effective technique is brainstorming, where the goal is to produce as many ideas as possible without judgment. The real magic happens when you revisit these raw thoughts, combining and refining them into pioneering solutions. Another powerful method is the scamper technique, which stands for substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put to another use, eliminate, and reverse. This framework encourages you to view a problem from multiple angles, stimulating creative thinking by prompting you to consider different perspectives. Imagine you're tasked with improving a product. By substituting materials or combining functionalities with another item, you might stumble upon a breakthrough innovation. Similarly, reverse engineering a process can reveal inefficiencies, leading to unexpected enhancements. Mind mapping is another tool that has consistently proven invaluable. It's a visual representation of ideas branching out from a central concept, helping to connect seemingly unrelated thoughts. Drawing it out often triggers associative thinking, sparking creative connections you might have otherwise missed. Engaging in activities like role-playing or what-if scenarios can also prime your mind for ingenuity. By temporarily stepping outside your usual thought patterns and adopting different roles or assumptions, new insights can surface, leading to innovative problem-solving approaches. Fostering a culture where creativity thrives involves more than just encouraging free thinking. It's about creating an environment where experimentation and failure are seen as integral parts of the journey to success. In my experiences, organizations that embrace a culture of innovation often see remarkable breakthroughs. They understand that risk-taking is not synonymous with haphazard decision-making, but is a calculated shift toward unexplored opportunities. One of the first steps in this cultural shift is to provide psychological safety. When team members feel secure in voicing outlandish ideas without fear of ridicule or negative consequences, the collective creative potential flourishes. Another aspect is to lead by example. When leaders themselves take risks and champion bold ideas, they implicitly give permission to others to do the same. It's inspiring to see a culture evolve when people at all levels of an organization feel empowered to experiment. I've also noticed the power of storytelling in building a culture of innovation. Highlight and celebrate stories of successful risk-taking, as well as the valuable lessons learned from failures. This shifts the focus from fear of failure to the innovative growth that comes from every endeavor. Rewarding creativity is equally crucial. Instead of just traditional performance metrics, recognize and celebrate innovative efforts, even if they don't always yield immediate results. This can be through awards, public acknowledgement, or opportunities for professional growth. Furthermore, fostering collaboration across departments or disciplines can bring fresh perspectives and spark creative solutions. When diverse minds come together, they draw from a broader pool of knowledge and experience, often paving the way for groundbreaking solutions. The willingness to accept and learn from feedback, to iterate and refine ideas, nurtures an environment where innovation and risk-taking are seen as natural, exciting parts of the problem-solving process. Chapter 6: Leading Through Change and Uncertainty, Adaptability in Leadership. In my journey as a leader, developing adaptability has been essential to navigate the ever changing landscape of uncertainty. Life throws curveballs, and in a leadership role, I've found that being able to pivot, adjust, and thrive amidst change is what sets successful leaders apart. Today's environment demands that we lead during periods of rapid change, be it market shifts, technological advancements, or unforeseen crises. To manage these changes effectively, I've learned to embrace a mindset that sees change not as an obstacle, but as an opportunity for growth. This shift in perspective has been instrumental in fostering a culture of innovation and resilience within my team. Cultivating this adaptability starts with self-awareness and a keen understanding of one's own strengths and weaknesses. By regularly reflecting on my leadership style and being open to feedback, I can make necessary adjustments to better guide my team. It also involves fostering an environment where team members feel safe to voice their ideas and concerns, which often leads to more creative solutions and a stronger, more united team. Flexibility and resilience go hand in hand when it comes to leading effectively. Through my experiences, I've come to appreciate that flexibility isn't just about being open to new ideas, but also about being proactive in seeking out new perspectives and being willing to implement changes that can drive the team forward. Resilience, on the other hand, is about weathering the storm without losing sight of the bigger picture. In high-pressure situations, maintaining a calm and composed demeanor can inspire confidence and trust within the team. Resilience is built through experiences, both good and bad, and is bolstered by a strong support network and a positive mindset. I've found that regular team-building activities, open communication, and recognizing both individual and collective achievements play crucial roles in strengthening the team's resilience. Moreover, by being transparent about challenges and involving the team in problem solving, I ensure that everyone feels part of the solution, which further reinforces a resilient mindset. One key piece of information that has been invaluable in my leadership journey is the concept of continuous learning. Embracing lifelong learning, both for myself and my team, ensures that we are always equipped to handle whatever comes our way. Encouraging professional development, staying updated with industry trends, and being open to new methodologies keeps us agile and ready to adapt. Whether it's through formal training, workshops, or self-study, the commitment to learning empowers us to lead with confidence and adaptability. Managing resistance to change. When tackling the challenge of managing resistance to change within teams, the first step is to identify where this resistance stems from. In my experience, sources of resistance can be multifaceted. It often includes fear of the unknown, which can cause team members to become defensive about changes to their routine. Concerns about job security and the potential loss of status or influence in the new structure can also be major contributors. Additionally, there can be a simple lack of trust in the leadership initiating the change, or previous negative experiences with change that create a mental block against new initiatives. Recognizing these signs early is crucial because it allows us to prepare and address them up front. Engaging with team members directly and encouraging open communication helps to surface these concerns much earlier in the process. It's all about empathy and transparency. I have found that the most effective way to manage resistance is through clear, consistent communication. Explaining the reasons behind the change, how it benefits the team, and addressing any questions candidly helps to mitigate fears. Collaborative efforts, where team members are involved in planning and decision-making processes, result in a greater sense of ownership and less opposition. Providing training and resources to adapt to new systems or processes can also build confidence and reduce apprehension. Another strong approach involves recognizing and rewarding adaptability and positive contributions during transitions. It fosters a culture that values and supports change, making future initiatives less daunting. One practical tip I've learned through experience is to always pair change with a vision and a clear, achievable end goal. Sharing a compelling vision can create enthusiasm and a shared purpose, which naturally diminishes resistance. When all team members understand and believe in the final destination, they are much more likely to support and participate actively in the journey. Embracing uncertainty is undoubtedly challenging, Yet it's a critical skill that can't be sidelined. In my own experience, the unexpected twists and turns of life and business often serve as the greatest teachers. Embracing uncertainty doesn't mean relinquishing control or making reckless decisions. Instead, it's about accepting that change is a constant and learning to navigate through the fog with confidence and calm. I've found that maintaining a flexible mindset and staying open to new information can make all the difference. By reframing uncertainty from something fearsome into a series of opportunities, we can better position ourselves to lead with resilience and innovation. It's an ongoing process, but it's incredibly rewarding. Initially, it may feel daunting to make crucial decisions without having all the information. What helped me, and continues to help, is honing a capability to evaluate risks and benefits quickly, relying on my knowledge and intuition. Building a network of trusted advisors also provides different perspectives that can illuminate unseen possibilities. Critical thinking and the ability to synthesize diverse inputs become essential in these moments. Practically, this means actively practicing decision making in smaller, less critical scenarios to build confidence and skill, so that when larger uncertainties arise, you are equipped to handle them with greater ease and assurance. Chapter 7: Conflict Resolution and Negotiation. Conflict Resolution Strategies. Conflict. The very word often brings about feelings of tension, stress, and discomfort. Yet, conflicts are an inevitable part of human interaction, whether in personal relationships or professional engagements. The key lies not in avoiding conflict, but in managing and resolving it effectively. There are several proven strategies for conflict resolution, each suited to different scenarios. Understanding these can make navigating through conflicts not only manageable, but also constructive. For instance, the collaborating strategy is ideal when you have ample time and a need for a win-win solution, requiring open communication and mutual respect. By fostering an environment where all parties feel heard, this approach can lead to creative solutions that satisfy everyone involved. Alternatively, the compromising strategy finds middle ground by ensuring each party gives up something valuable. This tactic works well when time is limited and an immediate solution is necessary, though it may not fully satisfy all participants. When relationships must be preserved and the issues at stake are minor, accommodating or smoothing over conflicts by prioritizing the other party's needs can be effective, albeit at the cost of one's own preferences. On the other hand, there are times when avoiding conflict by sidestepping the issue intentionally is the best short-term solution, especially when emotions are high and constructive dialogue seems impossible. Finally, the competing strategy, which involves standing firm by one's principles, can be necessary when quick, decisive action is crucial, though it risks escalations if not handled judiciously. To develop skills for managing conflicts effectively, it's essential to cultivate a few core competencies. Active listening stands out as paramount. Engaging fully in what the other person is saying without interruption allows you to grasp their perspective and address the root of the issue. Additionally, honing emotional intelligence helps in recognizing and managing both your own emotions and those of others, which is critical in de-escalating tensions. Clear, assertive communication is another vital skill, enabling you to express your needs and constraints without aggression or passivity. Practicing empathy allows you to put yourself in the other person's shoes, facilitating a deeper understanding and more collaborative resolutions. Conflict management also involves being aware of nonverbal cues. Oftentimes, body language and tone relay more information than words alone. Understanding and applying these strategies and skills in the appropriate contexts can transform conflicts from dreaded occurrences into opportunities for growth and better relationships. The next time you find yourself at odds with someone, remember to pause, assess which strategy best fits the situation, and approach the issue with a willingness to understand and resolve it constructively. Engaging in conflict with the right mindset and tools can lead not only to resolution, but also to strengthened connections and innovative solutions. Negotiation techniques. Negotiation is more than just a back-and-forth transaction. It's about finding mutually beneficial solutions that leave all parties satisfied. A pivotal aspect of effective negotiation is preparation. Walking into negotiations with a clear understanding of your objectives, as well as the interests and constraints of the other party, enables you to craft proposals that cater to both sides. When you aim for a win win situation, you shift the focus from competing to collaborating. It's essential to identify areas where you can be flexible and where you need to stand firm. This flexibility allows for creative problem solving, advancing negotiations towards an agreeable outcome. Additionally, establishing a positive relationship with the other party sets the stage for productive dialogue. Trust is the cornerstone of any negotiation. By actively listening and demonstrating sincerity, you create an environment where open communication can flourish. I've experienced negotiations where starting with small, agreeable points helped build momentum for tackling tougher issues. Recognizing shared goals and voicing them can align both parties, fostering a sense of partnership rather than opposition. It's not just about making concessions, but about understanding that creating value for both sides can lead to more sustainable agreements. Empathy is often the unsung hero in negotiations. Being able to put yourself in the shoes of the other party and understand their motivations and concerns can drastically alter the dynamics. When I prioritize empathy, I find it changes the tone of the conversation. The other party feels heard and respected, which can lower defenses and open up more avenues for dialogue. Empathy enables you to frame your propositions in ways that address the other party's needs, making agreement more palatable. Complementing empathy with effective communication is crucial. Articulating your points clearly, confidently, and respectfully ensures that your message is received as intended. I've learned that how you say something is often as important as what you say. Using a calm and steady tone can prevent misunderstandings and reduce tensions, while strategic pauses give the other party time to process information. Summarizing points and asking for confirmation can also ensure that both parties are on the same page. From personal experience, ensuring clarity and maintaining an open line of communication have always been key to successful negotiations, making it possible to maneuver through even the stickiest of situations. Mediation skills. I remember my first attempt at mediating a conflict. Two colleagues were in a heated argument over the use of shared resources in the office. As an observer, it struck me how intense disputes can escalate if left unchecked. It's essential to develop mediation skills to bring calm and clarity to such situations, starting with understanding the perspectives of the parties involved. This means actively engaging with them, creating an atmosphere where they feel heard and validated. Empathy is key. Putting oneself in the other person's shoes can unveil underlying issues that fuel the conflict. Effective mediators make use of questions that prompt deeper reflection. Instead of asking accusatory questions like, "Why did you take that?" reframe it to something more open ended like, "Can you share what led to your decision?" Such questions not only reduce defensiveness, but also guide individuals towards self awareness and mutual understanding. Timing also plays a crucial part in mediation. Picking the right moment when emotions have slightly subsided can make a significant difference. It's about identifying the sweet spot between too soon, where feelings are raw, and too late, where resentment has settled in. One of the cornerstones of effective mediation is impartiality. It's a challenging skill to develop, especially when you find yourself naturally gravitating towards one side. Maintaining neutrality requires continuous self-awareness and the ability to manage one's own biases. Taking a step back and viewing the situation from a helicopter perspective helps. As mediators, our role isn't to judge or take sides, but to facilitate a pathway to peaceful resolution. This approach builds trust, showing both parties that we're committed to fairness and not swayed by external influences. Active listening plays a crucial role in building this trust. It's more than just hearing words. It's about engaging fully with both verbal and nonverbal communication. Reflecting back what you've heard, summarizing key points, and demonstrating genuine curiosity through follow-up questions show that you value their input. In one instance, I was mediating a community dispute where listening actively uncovered a misconception that had spiraled out of control. By boiling down the core issues that were occluded by emotional clutter, we managed to find an amicable resolution more swiftly. In moments of high tension, employing techniques like mirroring and paraphrasing can also be incredibly effective. They not only help in clarifying points, but also in calming participants by assuring them that their concerns are being taken seriously. When people feel genuinely listened to, their defense mechanisms lower, paving the way for more constructive dialogue. Remember, the goal is to create an environment conducive to open communication and mutual respect. Practice, patience, and the willingness to improve are your best allies in this quest for effective mediation. Consider taking time to reflect after each mediation session to understand what worked well and where there's room for improvement. Each experience will equip you with better tools to navigate future conflicts. Chapter 8: Empowering Others and Delegating Responsibilities. Empowerment in Leadership. Empowerment in leadership involves giving team members the authority, resources, and opportunities to do their jobs effectively while encouraging them to think and act independently. When leaders empower their teams, they are not merely delegating tasks, but also fostering a sense of ownership and accountability. By providing clear goals and the autonomy to achieve them, leaders can unleash a team's full potential and drive innovation. Empowered team members are more likely to take initiative, contribute creative solutions, and feel more invested in their work, leading to a more dynamic and productive environment. Building a culture of empowerment starts with trust. When leaders trust their teams and visibly show this trust, it creates a foundation for open communication and mutual respect. It's crucial to establish an environment where individuals feel safe to express their ideas and take risks without fear of blame. Encouraging continuous learning and providing resources for professional growth also play a significant role in empowerment. Recognizing and celebrating achievements, no matter how small, reinforces a positive culture and motivates others to strive for excellence. Ultimately, when team members feel valued and empowered, it leads to higher engagement, better performance, and a more cohesive team dynamic. One actionable tip for fostering empowerment in your team is to practice active listening. Give your team members your full attention when they share their thoughts and ideas. This not only shows respect, but also helps you understand their perspectives and needs better, allowing you to support them more effectively. Effective delegation. As I navigated various leadership roles, the realization dawned that effective delegation is not about unloading tasks, but about empowering others. When you master the art of delegation, it fundamentally changes how you manage your team and projects. Initially, I struggled with entrusting responsibilities, primarily due to the fear that tasks wouldn't be accomplished to my standards. However, I realized that delegation involves trust and providing opportunities for growth within the team. It's a vital skill that, when executed properly, can lead to greater efficiency and a more motivated workforce. One of the key lessons I learned was to assess the strengths and weaknesses of team members carefully. By understanding their skills, I could allocate tasks that aligned well with their capabilities. This resulted in enhanced productivity and job satisfaction. For instance, recognizing that a team member has a knack for detail-oriented work, I started assigning them tasks requiring meticulous attention. This not only played to their strengths, but also ensured that the task was accomplished with high quality. It's essential to communicate the purpose behind the delegation of each task clearly. Doing so helps in providing context and demonstrating how their work contributes to the bigger picture. Clear communication is the bedrock of effective delegation. It's crucial to articulate expectations, deadlines, and the level of authority the individual has regarding the task. When communication is transparent, it reduces ambiguity and sets a clear path for the delegated tasks. I found that regularly checking in and offering feedback strengthens the delegation process. Conducting periodic reviews established a rhythm of accountability, which helped me address any issues promptly and kept the project on track. Accountability is equally important. It ensures that everyone involved understands their responsibilities and the standards to which they will be held. I always make it a point to express trust in my team members' abilities, while also clarifying that they are accountable for the outcomes. This balanced approach creates a sense of ownership and encourages a high level of commitment to the tasks at hand. An excellent way to foster accountability is through setting measurable objectives and reviewing progress regularly. When team members see their contributions recognized and feel accountable, it often leads to them taking even more initiative. A useful piece of information I've gained is the importance of follow up. Consistent and constructive follow ups are not just about monitoring, but also about offering support when needed. By maintaining an open line of communication and showing genuine interest in their progress, you build a stronger, more cohesive team that thrives on mutual respect and shared success. Developing future leaders. Throughout my career, I've witnessed firsthand the incredible impact of nurturing talent and developing future leaders within an organization. It all starts with recognizing potential. When identifying potential leaders, it's crucial to observe who steps up during challenging times. These individuals often demonstrate qualities such as resilience, problem solving, and a willingness to take initiative. While technical skills are important, it's often the softer skills, communication, empathy, and adaptability, that signal true leadership potential. Investing in these future leaders doesn't just benefit the individuals, it strengthens the entire organization. One of the most effective ways to nurture leadership potential is through mentorship and coaching. In my experience, formal training programs are valuable, but they can't replace the personalized guidance that comes from a mentor. Mentors can provide insights and advice that are tailored to specific challenges a mentee faces. As a mentor or coach, it's important to create an environment of trust where mentees feel comfortable sharing their struggles and aspirations. Regular one-on-one sessions, candid feedback, and open discussions about career goals can significantly enhance an individual's leadership capabilities. I've also found that leading by example is a powerful way to mentor. When you embody the values and behaviors you wish to instill in future leaders, you're not only teaching them, but also inspiring them. When team members see their leaders consistently demonstrate integrity, dedication, and empathy, they're more likely to adopt these traits themselves. Over time, this can create a culture of leadership throughout the organization where everyone is committed to growth and excellence. Chapter 9: Ethics and Integrity in Leadership Building Trust. Trust, in many ways, is the bedrock upon which successful leadership and effective team dynamics are built. I've come to realize through my own experiences that without trust, even the most meticulously planned strategies can crumble. In leadership, trust fosters a sense of security and predictability. When team members believe in their leader and feel that their words and actions align, they are more willing to engage deeply and take necessary risks. This mutual confidence forms a resilient team that can navigate uncertainties and challenges more effectively. Building trust isn't a one-time effort, but a continuous process, and the foundation of this process is transparency. By openly sharing information, whether it's good news or bad, we invite others into our decision-making process, making them feel valued and respected. I've also found that integrity and consistent ethical behavior are indispensable. People need to see that their leader stands firm in their values and principles, even when no one is watching. This consistency, in turn, breeds reliability and confidence. Each action and decision should reflect a commitment to ethical standards, reinforcing trust through consistency. One useful approach to maintain and bolster trust is to cultivate a habit of tangible follow-through on commitments. Do what you say you will do becomes not just a professional mantra, but a personal one as well. It's in these everyday affirmations and deeds that trust either solidifies or erodes. By combining transparency, integrity, and ethical consistency, we create an environment where trust can thrive, leading to stronger, more cohesive teams. Ethical decision-making. One of the significant aspects of ethical decision-making is understanding the various ethical frameworks and principles that guide us. When I first delved into the world of ethics, I found it surprising how different theories provide unique lenses through which to view moral situations. For instance, there's utilitarianism, which suggests that the right action is the one that maximizes overall happiness. Then, there's deontology, which focuses on duties and rules, proposing that some actions are inherently right or wrong, regardless of the outcomes. Virtue ethics, another fascinating perspective, emphasizes the importance of character and virtues, suggesting that moral behavior arises from being a good person. In my experience, exploring these theories helped to build a foundation for my ethical decision making process. It's like having a toolkit where each tool is suited for different scenarios. For instance, when faced with a choice that affects many people, utilitarianism can provide insight. In situations requiring adherence to rules, deontology becomes invaluable. The fusion of these perspectives often offers a balanced view, allowing for more comprehensive ethical judgments. With these frameworks in mind, it becomes easier to approach complex dilemmas with clarity and confidence. Developing the skills to navigate ethical dilemmas and uphold ethical standards is an ongoing journey. I remember working on a project where my team and I encountered a significant ethical challenge. We had to choose between meeting a tight deadline by cutting corners or sacrificing our time to ensure the quality and integrity of our work. We decided to uphold our standards despite the pressures. This experience taught me the value of perseverance and the importance of an unwavering commitment to ethical principles. Over time, I learned that regularly reflecting on our decisions and their outcomes reinforces our ability to make ethical choices. Engaging in discussions with others, seeking diverse perspectives, and being open to feedback are crucial steps that enhance our ethical acumen. Another essential skill is the ability to listen to our inner moral compass, which often guides us toward the right path. By continually honing these skills, we can better handle the ethical dilemmas that life inevitably throws our way, ensuring that we remain true to our values even in challenging times. Fostering a culture of integrity starts with leadership. When leaders model ethical behavior, it sets a powerful example for everyone. I found that authenticity in leadership is key. When leaders genuinely value integrity and admit their own shortcomings, it fosters an environment where everyone feels comfortable being honest and transparent. It's critical that integrity is not just a buzzword, but a key component of our organizational DNA. Encouraging open dialogue about ethical challenges and providing clear, accessible guidelines also helps embed these values into the daily operations. Involves everyone, not just the leadership. When individuals understand that their actions have consequences and that they are responsible for maintaining ethical standards, the entire organization benefits. I've seen firsthand how empowering employees to call out unethical behavior can create a more honest and transparent work environment. Accountability shouldn't be viewed as punitive. Instead, it should be embraced as a tool for continuous improvement. Regular training and clear communication about the ethical expectations ensure that everyone is aligned and understands the importance of their role in maintaining a culture of integrity. By instilling a sense of collective responsibility, we can create a workplace where ethical behavior is the norm and integrity is celebrated. Chapter 10: Leading for Innovation and Creativity. Encouraging innovation. In my years of experience, one of the most transformative actions a leader can take is fostering a culture that values and encourages innovation and creativity. It's not just about having a few bright minds coming up with groundbreaking ideas, it's about embedding innovation into the very fabric of an organization's culture. This involves ensuring that every team member, from intern to executive, understands that their contributions are valued, and that exploring new ideas, no matter how outlandish they might seem initially, is a part of their job description. It's fascinating to observe the ripple effects when people feel safe to think outside the box and share their insights. Unexpected solutions emerge, and problems that seemed insurmountable are suddenly surmountable. It goes hand in hand with nurturing a creative culture. This doesn't mean just handing out bonuses or awards, but involves recognizing and celebrating the process of innovation itself. It's crucial to establish systems where ideas can be tested and iterated upon without fear of failure. In fact, embracing failure as a natural component of the innovation process can be incredibly liberating for individuals and teams. When people know that their innovative efforts will be met with support and constructive feedback rather than criticism or indifference, they are much more likely to push boundaries and strive for excellence. Providing resources such as time, funding, and access to tools can further fuel this environment. making it clear that the organization invests in and prioritizes innovative efforts. Creating a culture of creativity. Creating a culture that fosters creativity starts with acknowledging the diverse backgrounds and perspectives each team member brings to the table. Encouraging an environment where everyone feels safe to share their ideas is crucial. This means making a conscious effort to listen actively and appreciate different viewpoints, even if they challenge the status quo. Inclusivity is not just a buzzword, it's the fertile soil in which creativity thrives. By celebrating diverse contributions and making them a core value of our organizational culture, we pave the way for innovative breakthroughs. It's important to establish clear values and norms that prioritize open-mindedness, respect, and curiosity. This can be achieved through regular team meetings, where everyone has a voice, and brainstorming sessions where no idea is too outlandish to be considered. Leadership plays a pivotal role in this, modeling the behaviors they wish to see in their teams. When leaders demonstrate vulnerability and a willingness to explore new ideas, it sets the tone for the entire organization. Practically speaking, creating a culture that supports diverse perspectives can be implemented by forming cross-functional teams, promoting mentorship programs, and organizing workshops that focus on empathy and emotional intelligence. Encouraging team members to share their unique challenges and successes can provide valuable insights and foster a deeper understanding among colleagues. The goal is to create an ecosystem where creativity is not just allowed, but is actively nurtured and sustained by a rich tapestry of experiences and perspectives. Once a culture of creativity and inclusivity is established, the next step is to implement strategies that actively stimulate creative thinking. One approach is to carve out innovation time, where team members are allowed to work on passion projects or explore new technologies without the pressure of their usual responsibilities. This time can spark ideas that translate into valuable innovations for the organization. Another effective strategy is to encourage continuous learning and experimentation. Providing access to courses, seminars, and conferences can broaden employees' horizons and expose them to new ways of thinking. Encouraging a mindset of fail fast, learn faster helps team members view setbacks as learning opportunities rather than roadblocks. This shift in mindset can lead to more daring and original ideas as the fear of failure is reduced. Creating physical and virtual spaces that promote creativity is another practical measure. Think of environments where there are flexible seating arrangements, creative tools, and collaborative zones. In the digital realm, using platforms that facilitate real-time collaboration and idea sharing can be equally effective. The key is to make it easy for team members to connect, share, and build on each other's ideas seamlessly. Incentivizing creative contributions through recognition programs or awards can also go a long way in motivating teams to consistently think outside the box. Encourage curiosity at every turn. Asking open-ended questions during meetings, giving team members the freedom to explore different solutions, and fostering a playful sense of competition can all drive creative thinking. Leaders should challenge teams to look at problems from multiple angles and consider unconventional solutions. By embedding these strategies into the daily fabric of the organization, creative thinking becomes a habit, not an exception. Embracing failure and learning. We often view failure as something to be avoided at all costs, linking it with embarrassment, defeat, or a lack of competence. Yet, my experience has taught me that changing our perception of failure can be transformative. Instead of seeing it as a terminal event, it's helpful to embrace failure as a crucial learning opportunity and a stepping stone towards innovation. When I encountered setbacks in my career, I initially felt disheartened and questioned my abilities. Over time, however, I came to realize that each failure provided me with valuable insights and lessons that traditional success could not offer. Embracing this perspective required a shift in mindset, viewing each unsuccessful attempt as an integral part of the creative process. This shift not only alleviated the fear of failure, but also fostered a more resilient and innovative approach to my work. Adopting an experimental mindset has been another pivotal change. An experimental mindset means being curious, persistent, and open to trying new approaches, even if it means risking failure. This way of thinking transforms failure into data, which we can analyze and learn from. In my journey, promoting a culture of continuous learning has also been crucial. Encouraging team members to share their mistakes and the lessons learned creates an environment where failure is not stigmatized but seen as a collective learning experience. In my organization, we began to celebrate lessons learned meetings, where we discussed not just our successes, but also our failed experiments and the insights gained. This transparent sharing led to a more innovative atmosphere, where everyone felt empowered to take risks and learn from their outcomes. This approach has profoundly impacted our progress and creativity, as it nurtures a culture of resilience and continuous improvement. The process of transforming failure into a learning opportunity requires patience and persistence. It is important to allow yourself and those around you the space to fail and the time to analyze and understand these failures. By nurturing this inquisitive and resilient attitude, we pave the way for greater achievements and innovations. Every failed attempt brings us one step closer to success, deepening our understanding and enhancing our skills. Being persistent in this journey means continually fostering an environment that values growth over perfection and insights over immediate results, thus making failure a vital component of our path to innovation. Chapter 11: Time Management and Prioritization. Effective Time Management. Mastering time management skills has been a game changer in my life, increasing my productivity and efficiency dramatically. It all started when I realized that managing time wasn't just about squeezing more into my day, but making better choices about how I spend my hours. I discovered that successful time management begins with understanding my goals and breaking them down into actionable steps. By doing so, I learned to focus on what truly matters. For instance, early morning hours are often when I am most alert and creative, so I schedule my most demanding tasks for this prime time. It's about recognizing your natural rhythms and leveraging them to your advantage. Requires both strategy and discipline. One of my best strategies is starting each week by listing out everything I need to accomplish. Once I have this master list, I use the Eisenhower matrix to categorize tasks by urgency and importance. Tasks that are both urgent and important get tackled first. I also set specific time blocks for these tasks, ensuring that I am neither undercommitting nor overcommitting my day. This structured approach has not only helped me stay on top of my responsibilities, but also allowed me to say no to distractions that don't align with my priorities. Another tip is to use digital tools for scheduling and reminders. These tools help me stay organized and prompt me to review and adjust my priorities regularly without getting overwhelmed. Setting priorities. Identifying and setting priorities is crucial in focusing on the most important tasks. It begins with understanding what truly matters in your life and work. Often, we get caught up in the chaos of everyday activities, losing sight of our key objectives. By taking a step back and evaluating our responsibilities, we can distinguish between urgent tasks and those that are important but not pressing. This differentiation is essential because it helps ensure that we allocate our time and energy to activities that have meaningful impacts rather than simply responding to immediate demands. Once we have identified our key priorities, the next step involves utilizing time blocking and goal-setting techniques for effective prioritization. Time blocking allows us to allocate specific time periods to different tasks, ensuring that we dedicate uninterrupted focus to each activity. This method helps to avoid the pitfall of multitasking, which often dilutes our attention and reduces productivity. Coupled with goal setting, time blocking can be incredibly powerful. Setting clear, attainable goals provides a roadmap for what we need to accomplish and helps us track our progress. By breaking down larger objectives into smaller, manageable tasks, we make our goals less daunting and more achievable. Time blocking and goal setting work hand in hand to create a structured approach to managing our priorities, ultimately making us more efficient and effective in our pursuits. One practical tip to implement these strategies is to start each day by reviewing your priorities and creating a time-blocked schedule. Visualizing your day ahead can serve as a powerful motivator and keep you on track. Ensure that your most important tasks are scheduled during your peak productivity hours, when you are naturally more alert and focused. This small adjustment can significantly enhance your ability to manage time and achieve your goals, leading to greater satisfaction and success in both personal and professional realms. Managing work-life balance. In my journey as a leader, finding strategies to achieve a healthy work-life balance has been critical. As leaders, we often feel the pressure to be constantly available and perpetually engaged in work, which can take a toll on our personal lives and mental well-being. One effective method I've implemented is establishing clear boundaries, setting specific work hours, and making a conscious effort to disconnect after those hours helps not only to recharge, but also to foster a healthier work environment. Delegating tasks and trusting my team to share the load ensures that I'm not overwhelmed and can dedicate quality time to both work and personal life is just as essential. When employees see their leaders practicing a balanced lifestyle, it sets a positive example and encourages them to do the same. I've found that flexible working hours and remote work options can significantly enhance morale and productivity. Encouraging breaks during the workday and providing access to wellness programs can also make a substantial difference. Regular check-ins and an open-door policy where employees can voice their concerns about workload and stress levels contribute to a more cohesive, supportive work environment. One practical tip that has been invaluable in my experience is practicing mindfulness. Taking a few moments each day for meditation or reflection can provide clarity and reduce stress. It's a small investment of time with significant returns, helping to maintain focus and emotional resilience, both at work and at home. Chapter 12: Building Resilience in Leadership. Resilience in the Face of Adversity. In my life, I've encountered several instances where challenges and setbacks felt like overwhelming mountains. Learning to develop resilience was not an overnight journey, but rather an ongoing process. Resilience is the ability to adapt well in the face of adversity, trauma, tragedy, or significant sources of stress. It's a skill that can be cultivated through deliberate practice and mindful strategies. Every challenge presents an opportunity to grow stronger and more capable. It begins with the small, everyday decisions, choosing to see the lesson in a minor setback or the potential in an unexpected change. Over time, these decisions accumulate and build a foundation of resilience that stands strong against more significant adversities. There were days when the weight of my struggles felt almost unbearable, but I discovered that resilience starts with self-awareness. Understanding my own strengths and weaknesses allowed me to better face my challenges. Self-compassion played a critical role. Instead of being harsh on myself when things went wrong, I learned to treat myself with the same kindness I would offer a loved one. This shift in perspective made it easier to see setbacks as temporary and surmountable rather than as insurmountable failures. Fostering connections with others also proved invaluable. By reaching out and sharing my experiences with friends, family, or even support groups, I found encouragement and advice that helped me persevere. Building these relationships added a layer of emotional security and provided different viewpoints that I wouldn't have considered on my own. When faced with adversity, knowing someone is there to support you makes a significant difference. Building a growth mindset has been instrumental in embracing a positive outlook. A growth mindset, the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed with effort and perseverance, transformed how I engaged with challenges. Instead of fearing failure, I started viewing it as a stepping stone to success. I adopted a habit of learning from every experience, whether it was a triumph or a setback. This persistent thirst for knowledge and improvement propelled me forward, making every obstacle a learning opportunity. At times, maintaining a positive outlook felt like walking through a storm. However, by practicing gratitude daily, I was able to shift my focus from problems to possibilities. Simple acts like keeping a gratitude journal or setting aside moments to reflect on positive experiences during the day significantly improved my mood and perspective. This helped me find joy and motivation, even in the face of substantial difficulties. Taking proactive steps, like setting realistic goals and breaking them into manageable tasks, helped turn obstacles into achievable challenges. Alongside this, staying physically active, eating well, and ensuring adequate rest contributed to my overall resilience. A healthy body supports a resilient mind, creating a feedback loop that strengthens both. Next time adversity looms, take a moment to breathe deeply and ground yourself. Consider the challenges you've already overcome and the strengths that carried you through. Visualize yourself not just surviving, but thriving beyond the current difficulties. Trust that with patience, self compassion, and a proactive mindset, resilience will transform adversity into an opportunity for remarkable growth. Coping with stress. Stress manifests in many ways. I've learned that recognizing its signs early is crucial. My initial indicators often include a constant feeling of being overwhelmed, trouble sleeping, and difficulty concentrating. Emotional changes like increased irritability or sadness can also be warning signals. Learning to spot these signs in myself has helped me address stress before it snowballs into something more debilitating. Addressing stress requires a combination of strategies tailored to fit one's lifestyle and preferences. For immediate relief, I find that deep breathing exercises and mindful meditation are effective. They don't take much time but can significantly help to calm the mind. I've also discovered that incorporating regular physical activity into my routine works wonders. Whether it's a brisk walk in the park or a yoga session, movement helps release built-up tension. Beyond these immediate strategies, organizing my tasks and setting realistic goals has been pivotal. Breaking tasks into smaller, manageable pieces can make them seem less daunting. Also, having a solid support system to talk through challenges is invaluable. Even just a quick chat with a friend or family member can provide a fresh perspective and emotional relief. Self-care is more than occasional pampering. It's about creating a sustainable routine that keeps my mind and body in balance. Making time for activities that I genuinely enjoy has been transformative. Whether it's reading a book, gardening, or painting, these activities recharge my spirit and remind me of the joys outside daily stressors. Ensuring adequate sleep is another cornerstone of my self-care routine. I've learned that a good night's sleep is non-negotiable. It improves my mood, sharpens my focus, and fortifies my resilience against stress. Establishing a bedtime ritual, like reading or listening to calm music, has helped signal my body that it's time to wind down. Nutrition plays a key role too. Eating balanced meals rich in nutrients fuels my body and mind, helping me feel better equipped to handle stress. I make a conscious effort to stay hydrated and avoid excessive caffeine or sugar, which can exacerbate anxiety. Finally, mental self-care involves regular self-reflection and positive affirmations. Journaling helps me process my thoughts and emotions, providing clarity and reducing mental clutter. Positive affirmations strengthen my internal dialogue, helping to build a more resilient and optimistic outlook on life. A practical tip: every morning, take a few moments to plan your day with achievable goals. This sets a positive tone, helps manage stress, and keeps you goal-oriented without feeling overwhelmed. Self-care for leaders. One of the first lessons I learned as a leader was the critical importance of taking care of my own well-being. It was easy to put the needs of my team, projects, and organizational goals ahead of my own health and mental state. The constant demands and fast-paced nature of leadership roles can often make self-care seem like a luxury rather than a necessity. However, neglecting self-care can lead to burnout, reduced productivity, and poor decision-making. For me, prioritizing self-care meant making time for exercise, ensuring adequate sleep, and setting boundaries between work and personal life. I started small, integrating short breaks and moments of mindfulness into my daily routine. This allowed me to recharge and approach challenges with a clearer mind. Embracing self-care isn't just about physical health. It also involves nurturing mental and emotional well-being. Regularly dedicating time to hobbies, socializing, and reflecting on personal achievements helped create a balanced life, positively impacting my leadership effectiveness. Self-reflection became a cornerstone of my leadership journey. It offered a way to assess my actions, recognize areas for improvement, and celebrate successes. Through self-reflection, I gained deeper insights into how my leadership style affected my team and organization. I started journaling daily, noting down thoughts, feelings, and experiences. This practice helped me identify patterns, understand stress triggers, and develop strategies to manage them. Implementing consistent self-care routines also played a vital role. Creating a morning ritual that included meditation and setting intentions for the day prepared me mentally and emotionally. Evening routines that focused on winding down, such as reading or practicing gratitude, allowed me to reflect on the day and recognize my accomplishments. These routines acted as anchors, providing stability and structure amidst the chaos of leadership duties. Ultimately, it's the small daily habits that accumulate to make a significant impact on overall well being. Establishing and maintaining these routines requires commitment, but the benefits they bring to both personal health and leadership capabilities are immeasurable. Prioritizing self care and engaging in regular self reflection can transform not only how we lead, but also how we live. Chapter 13: Mentorship and Coaching. Benefits of Mentorship. Mentorship encapsulates a wealth of benefits that extend to both mentors and mentees. As a mentor, the opportunity to guide someone through their professional journey can be immensely fulfilling. There's a unique satisfaction in watching mentees overcome challenges, grow, and achieve their goals. This role not only enhances the mentor's leadership and communication skills, but also allows them to stay updated with fresh perspectives and new industry trends. Sometimes, the questions mentees ask can even spark your own curiosity, pushing you to learn more and stay ahead in your field. For mentees, the advantages are equally significant. The guidance provided by a mentor can drastically reduce the learning curve. Access to their mentor's wealth of experience helps mentees navigate their career paths more effectively, avoiding common pitfalls. Furthermore, having a mentor provides a sense of validation and support, which is essential for building confidence. Whether it's receiving feedback on projects, discussing career aspirations, or gaining insights on industry dynamics, the mentor serves as a pivotal resource in a mentee's professional development. Creating a meaningful mentor-mentee relationship is fundamental in harnessing the full benefits of mentorship. This relationship often begins with a strong foundation of trust and mutual respect. Taking the time to understand each other's goals, strengths, and areas for improvement is crucial. Open and honest communication paves the way for effective mentorship. Regular, consistent meetings help in maintaining momentum and keeping both parties aligned. A successful mentor-mentee relationship is also marked by setting realistic and clear expectations from the start. Discussing the scope of the mentorship, preferred communication styles, and what success looks like can prevent misunderstandings and foster a productive partnership. Encouraging mentees to express their thoughts and questions freely creates an environment where they feel valued and motivated. The relationship thrives on mutual learning and feedback, making the journey enriching for both mentor and mentee. This dynamic exchange can significantly aid in professional growth, leading to opportunities that neither might have envisioned independently. Effective coaching techniques starts with understanding that effective coaching is more than just instructing or directing. It's about creating an environment where individuals can explore their potential and achieve their goals. From my experience, leveraging a mix of empathy, patience, and strategic questioning helps unlock the coachee's insights. Genuine curiosity about the individual's experiences and perspectives fosters a culture of trust and openness. Encouraging reflective thinking enables people to understand their strengths and areas for improvement, which propels their personal and professional growth, is crucial. Feedback should be constructive, timely, and specific to be genuinely helpful. It's about highlighting what's working well and what can be improved without damaging the person's confidence. Active listening, on the other hand, involves being fully present in the conversation, giving verbal and nonverbal cues that you're engaged, and summarizing what you've heard to ensure clarity. These techniques help individuals feel valued and understood, which in turn makes them more receptive to guidance and more likely to embrace changes. Creating a coaching culture. Implementing a coaching culture within an organization is akin to planting a tree that yields fruits of continuous learning, personal growth, and improved performance. I've seen firsthand how adopting a coaching mindset can transform an entire company. It starts with recognizing that every team member has the potential to develop and excel, given the right guidance and support. As leaders, it falls upon us to foster this growth by integrating coaching into our daily interactions, meetings, and operational strategies. Creating a coaching culture isn't about establishing a formal program with a rigid structure. Instead, it's about embedding coaching principles into the organization's DNA. One of the most effective ways to do this is through modeling and reinforcing behaviors that support learning and development. For instance, when managers actively listen to their team members, provide constructive feedback, and challenge them to think deeply about their work, they set the stage for a coaching environment. Over time, these practices become second nature and spread throughout the organization, encouraging everyone to adopt a coaching mindset. Requires a thorough understanding of what makes such an environment thrive. Creating a safe space where individuals feel valued and understood is crucial. I've noticed that when people perceive they are in a judgment-free zone, they are more likely to take risks and innovate. This perception can be reinforced by consistently recognizing effort and progress, no matter how small, and by celebrating successes and learning from failures. Open and honest communication is another cornerstone of a coaching culture. When everyone in the organization feels they can voice their thoughts and concerns without fear of retaliation, they are more likely to engage fully and contribute to collective success. Encouraging a culture of curiosity, where questioning the status quo is not only accepted but welcomed, helps drive continuous improvement. By making it clear that feedback is a two-way street and teaching leaders to seek and act on feedback from their teams, we create a dynamic environment where growth and development are the norms. Ultimately, sustaining a coaching culture requires ongoing commitment and effort from everyone involved. It's essential to provide leaders with the necessary training and resources to develop their coaching skills. Furthermore, embedding coaching as a fundamental part of the organizational strategy ensures that it is seen as a priority rather than a passing initiative. By consistently demonstrating the benefits that coaching brings, enhanced employee engagement, better team collaboration, and improved performance, we can create a thriving, growth-oriented environment that propels the organization forward. Chapter 14: Leadership in a Global Context. Cross-cultural leadership. One of the most intriguing aspects of leadership today is navigating the challenges and opportunities of leading diverse teams. The world is more interconnected than ever, making it crucial for leaders to understand and appreciate the nuances of different cultural backgrounds. One of the first challenges is overcoming language barriers, which not only involve different languages, but also the various communication styles that come with them. For instance, while some cultures value direct and concise communication, others may see indirect language as a sign of politeness and respect. Misunderstandings often stem from these subtle differences in communication styles, leading to potential conflicts or reduced team cohesion. Another challenge is managing different work ethics and attitudes. In some cultures, punctuality and deadlines are strictly adhered to, while in others, flexibility and a more relaxed approach to time are the norms. These conflicting attitudes can impact project timelines and team dynamics. However, these challenges also present opportunities. Diverse teams can bring a variety of perspectives and solutions to problems, fostering innovation and creativity. I have found that by embracing these differences and encouraging open, respectful dialogue, we can harness the strengths of each team member. Through understanding and appreciation of cultural diversity, leaders can build stronger, more cohesive teams that are better equipped to navigate the complexities of the modern globalized world. Developing cultural intelligence is vital for any leader who wishes to successfully lead diverse teams. Cultural intelligence involves both self-awareness and an understanding of other cultures. It starts with awareness of one's own cultural biases and preferences, recognizing how these can influence interactions with others. From there, it's important to be curious and open-minded about other cultures, seeking to understand their values, norms, and practices. One technique that has proven effective is adapting leadership styles to fit different cultural contexts. For example, while a democratic leadership style might work well in cultures that value collaboration and collective decision-making, A more autocratic approach may be necessary in cultures where clear hierarchy and authority are respected. During my leadership journey, I've encountered various cultural contexts that required me to adjust my approach. In one instance, while working with a team from a culture that values collectivism, I found that fostering a strong sense of community and shared responsibility led to better team performance. On the other hand, in a different setting where individualism was highly prized, recognizing and rewarding individual accomplishments motivated team members to excel. Cultural intelligence is, therefore, not a one size fits all solution, but a dynamic skill that evolves with continuous learning and experience. By embracing these principles, leaders can not only navigate the complexities of cross cultural teams, but also turn these diverse environments into a competitive advantage. In my experience, one practical tip for leaders working in cross cultural settings is to invest time in building relationships. Simple acts like learning a few phrases in a team member's language, celebrating cultural festivals, or showing genuine interest in their background can go a long way in building trust and rapport. It's through these small yet meaningful gestures that leaders can create an inclusive and harmonious work environment where everyone feels valued and understood. Global leadership challenges. Leading in today's interconnected world is an experience I often liken to navigating through a labyrinth. The global landscape is diverse, fast-paced, and constantly evolving. As leaders, we must often juggle different time zones, languages, and cultural nuances that all shape the business environment. For example, negotiating a deal in Japan requires an entirely different approach than it might in Brazil, where the focus might be on building a personal rapport first. Not understanding these subtleties can create friction, misunderstandings, and even lead to lost opportunities. Balancing these elements requires more than just managerial skills. It demands cultural intelligence and the ability to adapt swiftly. Another layer of complexity comes from the rapid advancements in technology. While technology facilitates communication and operations, it also adds to the pressures we face. The immediacy provided by emails, instant messaging, and video conferencing means that leaders are expected to be available around the clock. This can lead to burnout if not managed properly. Additionally, mastering various digital tools and platforms is another challenge. It's not enough to simply know about these technologies. We need to leverage them effectively to facilitate team collaboration and productivity across borders. Starts with empathy and a genuine interest in understanding others. One effective approach is to immerse yourself in the cultures you are working with. This could mean spending time in a foreign country, engaging in local customs, and even learning the language. Building relationships based on trust and respect goes a long way. I remember once working on a project in India where understanding the local holidays and festivals helped me plan better and showed my team that I valued their traditions, fostering a positive working environment. Another crucial strategy is to cultivate a global mindset within your organization. This involves encouraging diverse thinking and being open to different perspectives. Regularly incorporating cultural sensitivity training and encouraging team members to share their unique backgrounds and viewpoints can create a more inclusive organizational culture. Additionally, being attuned to market-specific trends and consumer behaviors in different regions can significantly enhance strategic decision-making. Effective global leadership also hinges on clear and transparent communication. Misunderstandings can easily occur when operating across different languages and cultures. Therefore, defining clear communication protocols and ensuring that all team members are on the same page is vital. Using simple and direct language and avoiding idiomatic expressions that might not translate well can prevent miscommunication. Additionally, leveraging technology to create collaborative spaces where team members can easily share updates and feedback can facilitate smoother operations. Building a diverse team. Promoting diversity and inclusion in team composition has been key in my experience for fostering innovation and enhancing performance. When I first started focusing on building a team that represents a multitude of backgrounds, I noticed a marked increase in the breadth of ideas that were generated during brainstorming sessions. Different perspectives brought innovative solutions to the table that I would never have thought possible in a more homogeneous group. The experience of having team members who come from different cultural, educational, and professional backgrounds has brought a richness to problem solving and decision making processes, which translates directly into enhanced performance metrics. It is not only about including people of different races or genders, but genuinely integrating varying viewpoints and approaches to work, which drives creativity and agility in responding to market changes, is equally crucial. One of the first steps I took was to partner with organizations that focused on diverse talent pools. This includes attending job fairs and networking events that specifically target underrepresented groups. Moreover, internal policies were revised to reflect our commitment to diversity, such as bias-interrupted recruitment practices. An important learning point was that it's not just about recruitment. Retention is equally vital. This is where fostering an inclusive work environment comes into play. Providing mentorship programs and career development opportunities uniquely tailored to individual strengths and career aspirations can significantly improve retention rates. Additionally, regular training on unconscious biases helps to create a more inclusive atmosphere. Diversity and inclusion are not just boxes to be checked, they are core values that need to be lived and breathed within the organization. One practical tip I found effective is to regularly measure the impact of diversity initiatives. Use employee surveys, anonymous feedback mechanisms, and regular performance metrics to see where improvements are needed and what strategies are working. It's a continuous journey that requires commitment, but the rewards, a vibrant, innovative, and high-performing team are worth every effort. Chapter 15: Sustaining Leadership Excellence. Continuous learning and development. Embracing a lifelong learning mindset has become an essential part of staying relevant in today's fast-changing world. I remember when I first realized that the world around me was transforming faster than I ever anticipated. Technology was leaping forward, new methodologies were popping up, and I felt the pressing need to keep pace. This realization pushed me to constantly seek new knowledge and skills, making learning a habitual part of my life, rather than something episodic or situational. It's not just about survival in a competitive environment. It's about thriving and evolving as individuals and professionals. Adopting this mindset means being curious, open to new experiences, and willing to step out of comfort zones. Each day presents a new opportunity to learn, whether from a book, a mentor, or even a mistake. Utilizing various learning opportunities and resources is crucial for professional growth. I have found that the traditional classroom is no longer the only avenue for acquiring new skills. Online courses, webinars, workshops, and even podcasts have become invaluable resources. One of my favorite strategies is to dedicate a small portion of my day, perhaps just 20 minutes, to learning something new. It could be an article on the latest industry trends, a tutorial on a new software tool, or a conversation with a knowledgeable colleague. These consistent, small investments of time compound over weeks and months, leading to significant personal and professional development. The key is to be proactive and self-directed, leveraging the wealth of information available at our fingertips to stay ahead of the curve. I have also learned that it's beneficial to surround oneself with like-minded individuals who value growth and learning. Engaging in communities, whether through social media groups, professional organizations, or local meetups, provides a rich environment for exchanging ideas and insights. The exchange of knowledge and experiences within such groups can spark innovative thinking and open doors to new opportunities that might not have been visible otherwise. Embracing a culture of continuous learning not only enhances our skill sets but also our resilience and adaptability, making us more prepared to tackle the uncertainties of the future. Reflection and adaptation. For a long time, I believed that once you reached a certain level of competence as a leader, the journey would somehow get easier. However, the deeper I immersed myself in leadership roles, the more I discovered the necessity of engaging in self-reflection and self-assessment. These practices became essential tools for enhancing my leadership effectiveness. Self reflection is much more than an inward glance. It demands brutal honesty and a willingness to critique oneself. Questions like, what am I doing well? And where am I falling short? Became central to my thinking. I had to learn to celebrate the small victories while being brutally honest about my gaps and areas that needed improvement. To make self reflection meaningful, I began incorporating structured self assessments into my routine. Using tools such as leadership surveys, 360-degree feedback forms, and even journaling, I started to gain a multifaceted view of my leadership style. Gathering these insights wasn't always comfortable. Conversely, recognizing that facing discomfort was the first step toward growth helped ease the sting. The insights gleaned through these self assessments opened up actionable paths for change and improvement. They pinpointed the skills I needed to hone and the habits I needed to break. Another critical aspect of evolving as a leader was adapting my leadership approaches based on the feedback and lessons learned. The feedback loop often highlighted areas where my initial strategies were ineffective or misaligned with team needs. Adapting to these insights required me to develop a flexible mindset and accept that no single leadership style fits every situation. I found that fostering an atmosphere where feedback was not only welcome, but also actively sought, helped in tailoring my leadership approach. Acting on this feedback involved quick adjustments, whether it meant shifting from a directive to a more collaborative style or finding new ways to inspire a disengaged team. Adaptation doesn't always come naturally. It requires conscious effort and sometimes even unlearning deeply ingrained habits. However, witnessing the positive changes in team dynamics and seeing projects achieve better outcomes made the effort worthwhile. Ultimately, the ability to reflect and adapt ensures that leadership is not a static role, but a continuously evolving practice. One practical tip I discovered is to schedule regular intervals for self-reflection and treat them with the same seriousness as any other vital meeting. This commitment not only fosters continuous improvement, but also sets a powerful example for the entire team, leaving a lasting leadership legacy. One of the most profound experiences in my leadership journey has been watching the ripples of thoughtful initiatives spread through an organization. It starts with setting a clear and compelling vision, a vision that not only aligns with the organizational goals, but also resonates deeply with the values and aspirations of every team member. This vision acts as a guiding light, helping individuals understand the larger purpose behind their daily tasks. Effective communication cannot be overstated. Being transparent, approachable, and genuinely listening to feedback builds trust, a cornerstone of any positive legacy. When employees feel heard and valued, their engagement and commitment to the organization grow, fostering a supportive and productive environment. Encouraging open dialogue makes it possible to address concerns and celebrate successes collectively, reinforcing a united front. Investing in professional development is another crucial strategy. Creating opportunities for continuous learning and growth ensures that team members are well equipped to handle current responsibilities and are prepared for future challenges. Mentorship programs, training workshops, and support for further education all contribute to a skilled and confident workforce. When individuals grow, so does the entire organization, leaving a legacy of empowerment and competence. Succession planning has always been a fundamental aspect of securing the future of any organization. Identifying and nurturing future leaders creates a pipeline of skilled and ready individuals who can step into leadership roles seamlessly. This doesn't just happen overnight. It requires a proactive approach and a culture that values growth from within. To build this culture, I emphasize identifying high-potential employees early on and offering them tailored development plans. These plans might include cross-functional projects, leadership training, and exposure to different aspects of the business. The idea is to provide these emerging leaders with a broad understanding and the necessary skills to take on more significant responsibilities. Regular performance reviews and feedback sessions help guide their development and keep them on the right track. Fostering a collaborative and inclusive environment is also key. When future leaders are encouraged to share ideas and take initiative, they become more invested in the organizational success. Creating mentorship pairs between seasoned leaders and potential successors fosters knowledge transfer, ensures continuity, and instills organizational values and culture. As I have observed, a well executed succession plan not only prepares for leadership transitions, but also reinforces the organization's commitment to growth and excellence. Thank you for joining us on this journey through leadership mastery, developing leadership skills to inspire and lead teams. We hope this audiobook has provided you with valuable insights and practical tools to elevate your leadership skills and inspire those around you. Remember, great leadership is a continuous journey of learning, reflection, and growth. Keep applying the principles you've learned, embrace new challenges, and continue to develop your leadership capabilities. For more resources and updates from Mindful Literary, be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Visit our Ko-fi shop and explore our other audiobooks and materials. Thank you, and here's to your continued success as a leader.